Here's the thing. Do you think there's more pressure on Doc Rivers or James Harden?
James Harden.
Love it. James? Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, Glenn Rivers has time to, meditate on his coaching career and his multitude of failures. And
I'm sorry.
and he can maybe improve one day down the road, because I wish him the best. He seems like a great man, a very respectable leader of men. I just don't think he's a very good basketball coach. And I think the last 20 years have shown that. However, James Harden has a limited time to make an impact. He's 32 now? Yeah. He's been banged up last couple of years. Some of that self-inflicted, but he's an all-time great player. But his time is running out, man. Like, he's not aging the way I thought he was going to age a little bit better. I don't like the injuries that I'm seeing. I don't like him coming in out of shape. He's not getting to the hoop like he used to. He's not drawing fouls like he used to. So it's now or never for him, man. He's only got a few years left. We've seen how Russell Westbrook's declined a little bit. Like, James, this is you, man. You got Joel Embiid, like we were talking about. You got a monster on your team. Mm-hmm. You got a defensive whiz in Thibault. We need to win now. So I think the pressure's on James.
Absolutely. As a Philly fan, as a Sixers fan, as a Philadelphia Sixers fan, because I don't like the Eagles. As a Philadelphia Sixers fan, I think pressure is on both. But let's lean more towards Harden. We'll take another year of Harden if it doesn't go as well. But as a Sixers fan, I almost take a first round exit to get Doc up out of here. I think more pressure, like I said, is going to be on James Harden, because of how he forced his way out of Houston and Brooklyn, right? That is the reason why I personally think that the pressure is more on him, in the NBA world. Again, him and Kyrie going back and forth, and then him wanting to leave, all the rumors and speculations that we heard all about. I think, like I said, it's going to look very bad. Again, going back to the Chris Paul situation, and now Chris Paul leading the Suns all the way up. It's clear, James Harden was the problem at that time. People wanted to be like, hey, Chris Paul is a leader that probably doesn't want to listen or thinks he knows best. No, we can all admit and tell, that James Harden might have been the problem there, because again, it's looking like Chris Paul can lead the team to the next level. We haven't really seen that from James Harden. He's led teams to the playoffs, but then, it doesn't always go as planned. So I hope this year he and Joel Embiid can figure it out. But if sometimes when you don't have the greatest leaders, or, you don't trust your leaders, sometimes it's hard. I personally don't trust the Doc Rivers whole thing. I think Doc, like you said, he's a great man, does a lot for the Black community, but this is basketball, man. And as a basketball fan, like I said, I done seen this man blow too many leads, all right? Did it with Clippers, did it with, Boston before, they had all of that together. So like I said, I'm not sold. I'm not sold. He was quick out of there after that 3-1 to, get this job, having Joel Embiid. That was quick, he came in to scoop that. I would have taken another year with Brett Brown. Screw it. I take Tyronn Lue. I take a lot of coaches over, so please, as a Philly fan, like I said, as much as we want to win, it might be the best for us to see, some of the team not, if we perform and, as long as Joel performs, the team plays good together. But again, multiple terrible decisions from Doc, we'll be happy.
Listen,
because
man,
this is what happens. It's like a repeated cycle for him, and I'm tired of it. Same with James Harden. But like I said, Harden, we'll give you one more year. We Philly. We're gonna be loud. He's gonna learn. So I think with Philly, we'll give him. He came to see what Doc was already doing. Again, like I said, great players can sometimes push the coaches out. So maybe Harden might be like, it might be Doc, might not be me. Maybe Harden might put his numbers up. It might Harden and Joel might be, offensively and defensively clicking, and we might see them elevate a little bit, and maybe Doc might be his Doc, and then Harden might pull a LeBron, one of these moves and get him out of there, and we'll be happy. Either or, as long as Doc is out, I think the pressure, like I said, is on both.
I just. Me and you talked a couple of years ago, and we both felt the same way about the hire. I was like, man, I'm sorry. And that's no offense. Again, I have great respect for him. But I remember in the bubble, how demoralized the Clippers looked as they lost. They blew like 3 straight double-digit leads when they were up 3-1 to Jokic and the Nuggets. He made his in-game adjustments and his rotation. The combination of those two things in the playoffs have reared its ugly head over and over and over again. And I was even watching the game. I was like, even Kawhi was out there. And it was nothing could happen. I was like, I haven't seen a team look like this since the Clippers blowing a 3-1 lead to the Rockets. Mm-hmm. And my friend was like, yeah, what I got in common? Oh yeah, same coach. And now we've seen, like you said, Chris Paul before and after Doc, no problems. Obviously some struggles from Harden and Paul individually in the playoffs, but that's just life in the playoffs in the NBA. I just think it's a coach's job to evolve and improve, like Monty Williams on the Suns. He's gotten better. He admits, he's like, yeah, I wasn't as good early in my career. I didn't make the adjustments. I didn't have you can own the locker room. And again, Rivers does that. But if you're not making the in-game adjustments and you're messing up the rotations, because let's watch this series. Is he going to play? Is he going to stagger Harden and Embiid? Because they can play together, but they have to play individually. We know they both can play without each other. Mm-hmm. He didn't figure that out with Blake Griffin and Chris Paul until like year 5. He's like, yeah, we might start staggering them. I was like, they could always play without each other just because they play well together, pick and rolls. Mm-hmm. Yeah, pick and rolls and everything like that. Like, you still want them to play individually. Like, if I'm facing you and I know, Chris Paul and Blake Griffin are off the floor, if Joel Embiid and Harden are off the floor, it's like, this is our time. And I can't tell you how many times it's like you see a 10-0 run happening before it happens, and then the team loses by 4. Yeah. And you lose by 4. It's like, maybe if you those couple minutes there might have cost you the game. So, I wish, I really want Joel Embiid to shine. I feel like he's earned it. He's worked so hard, and I don't know, man. I hope he doesn't end this playoff run very frustrated with, possibly Harden and Doc.
Like I said, even frustrated, Doc could go. So out of Harden and Doc, we'll let Doc go and keep Harden. Best situation.
But pressure on Harden, man. Pressure
is on Harden. Pressure definitely is on Harden. But if we do not perform, yes, Harden, just know the next year Philly is not going to be nice to you. Okay?
Yeah.
And Doc got to go.